Hello, and welcome to the Customer Service and Conflict Resolution Training video. The purpose of this video is to provide Virginia school nutrition directors and supervisors with the resources and guidance necessary to facilitate the 60-minute hands-on training module that was introduced during the 2018 Summer Manager Workshops. My name is Ron Walters, and I will serve as your host, providing guidance and instruction as you navigate your team through the module. This module may be implemented alone or in conjunction with the other 4 videos in the 2018 Summer Manager Workshop series. For more information about the series, visit the Virginia Department of Education's Office of School Nutrition website. Now, if you're ready, let's get started with customer service and conflict resolution. Before your trainees arrive, let's review the resources and supplies you will need to conduct the module. We can start with the digital resources that are available for download on the VDOE Office of School Nutrition website in the same location as the video. If you have not already done so, please download the digital resources for the Customer Service and Conflict Resolution module. We will review the resources you need to print in a moment. For your convenience, the complete list of resources is now being shown on your screen. These include the Customer Service and Conflict Resolution Video Instructor Guide, the corresponding participant workbook, a set of guiding practices, 20 letter cards for the acronym activity, and resources for the Dining with the Stars activity, which includes 6 role-play scripts, 18 scorecards, and 3 sets of scoring numbers 1 through 10. Now that you have the digital resources, it is time to prepare the learning area and gather additional supplies. The supply list is currently shown on your screen and may also be found in the instructor guide. The list includes a classroom or other learning area with enough tables and chairs for all participants, a whiteboard or easel with flip chart paper, markers for writing on the whiteboard or flip chart, tape for posting the guiding practices in the learning area, and 3 pens or pencils. You will also need to print a set of 20 letter cards for the acronym activity, as well as a set of 6 role-play scripts. These sets of scoring numbers 1 through 10 and the 18 scorecards for the Dining with the Stars activity. Once you gather all of your supplies, you can set up the learning area. First, arrange the classroom so that there's a separate area for the judges panel you will need for the Dining with the Stars activity. This includes a table and 3 chairs with 1 pen or pencil, 6 scorecards, and 1 set of scoring numbers 1 through 10 on the table in front of each chair. Please note that the scorecard file includes 2 pages that are identical that you can print double-sided and get 2 scorecards on each piece of paper. Second, post the guiding practices on a whiteboard or wall so that they are visible to all participants. Finally, prepare your whiteboard or flip chart and add any items or information you wish to have ready ahead of time. At this point, you should be set up and ready to go. It's now time to pause the video and welcome your participants as they arrive. When you are ready to begin the module, press play. Hello, and welcome to Customer Service and Conflict Resolution. In this interactive training module, you will have the opportunity to not only learn about, but also practice customer service and conflict resolution skills. Before we begin, please ensure that you have a digital or hard copy of the Customer Service and Conflict Resolution Video Participant Workbook. Next, let's take a moment to review some guiding practices. These serve to maintain an engaging yet respectful environment that is conducive to learning. Guiding practice number 1 reminds us to attack the problem, not the person. Instead of focusing on the problem, focus on identifying potential solutions. Guiding practice number 2 encourages us to remain present, both mentally and physically. We all have busy schedules and lives outside of this training, but during the next hour, please try to focus on the material so that you get the most out of your time here. Part of that focus means silencing your cell phone and refraining from text and email. If you must make or answer a call, please do so away from the learning area so that you do not disrupt your colleagues. Guiding practice number 3, to listen with an open mind. Instead of mentally preparing your responses before another person is finished speaking, take a moment to digest what is being said and remain open to ideas different from your own. Finally, Guiding practice number 4 reminds us to avoid side conversations. It is easy to get excited about something and want to share that excitement with your neighbor. However, side conversations disrupt learning and in some cases include information that might be valuable to the entire group. Now that we have set our guiding practices, let's review the lesson objectives. At the conclusion of this module, you should be able to define customer service, understand the purpose and importance of customer service in school nutrition programs, identify several components of customer service in school nutrition programs, use what you have learned to provide a positive customer service experience for students in school, and follow and implement a conflict resolution procedure in the workplace. At this time, the instructor should prepare to pause the video for a group discussion. Take a moment to consider the question: how do you define customer service? The instructor may now pause the video and lead the discussion. Instructors should write important points from the discussion on the whiteboard or flip chart. Press play when you are ready to proceed. Welcome back. As you probably learned from your discussion, customer service involves a variety of different factors. One definition of customer service is a combination of product, price, presentation, support, information, and delivery that has value to a customer. Now, take a few minutes to compare this more formal definition to the answers shared during the group discussion. The instructor may now pause the video and take a few minutes to lead the group through a discussion, making sure to note important points on the whiteboard or flip chart. Press play when you're ready to proceed. Now that we understand what customer service is, it's important to think about who our customers are. Take a moment to consider the following questions. In your school nutrition programs, who are your primary customers? Who are your secondary customers? Who might influence your customers? At this time, the instructor may pause the video for a group discussion, making sure to note important points on the whiteboard or flip chart. Press play when you're ready to proceed. Welcome back. Let's take a moment to review the primary groups of school nutrition program customers. While teachers, parents, and school administrators are among these groups, children are the primary customers. We want to help children learn to make healthy food choices and practice healthy food habits. There's a proven relationship between food, good nutrition, and the capacity for children to develop and learn. It is also important for us to remember, however, that children are our primary customers, are not always the sole decision makers when it comes to dining in the cafe. Thus, excellent customer service is vital to all customer groups. Now, ensuring our customers receive quality nutrition meals is what we want. But what do our customers want? Let's talk about expectations. At this time, the instructor should prepare to pause the video for an activity and discussion. Consider the following questions. What are your expectations when dining at a restaurant? What are some examples of customer expectations that are unique to school food service? Taking all this into consideration, why is customer service important in school food service? The instructor may now pause the video, allow participants a few minutes to consider the questions, and then lead a group discussion. Instructors should note important points on the whiteboard or flip chart. Press play when you're ready to proceed. Hello again. As you may have discussed, customer service is important because it promotes a specific image and specific priorities to customers. Like all businesses, school nutrition programs need to promote a specific image to attract and keep their customers. Placing the focus on the customer builds stronger school nutrition programs. Now that we understand why customer service is important to school nutrition programs, let's focus on how we can improve our customer service skills. In your participant workbook, you will find a resource entitled Please. Following the Please model will improve your customer service skills and enhance the service experience for your customers. In this acronym, the P stands for positive attitude. Having a positive attitude creates positive experiences for customers. It spreads and has a profound effect on people. It sets the tone for interactions with customers and keeps customers interested and engaged. Customers remember when they've been treated well. The L stands for listen to the customer. Listening shows that you're interested in meeting the customer's needs and that you clearly understand the problem your customer is experiencing. It demonstrates that you consider what the customer is saying to be important. When you listen to the customer, focus on his or her tone, inflection, and body language. Demonstrate your comprehension and attentiveness. The first E in please stands for engage and make eye contact. When you keep eye contact with the customer, it indicates that you are focused and paying attention. It means that you are actually listening to what the customer has to say. It also creates an instant connection between you and your customer and provides a positive step towards building a successful human connection. The A stands for ask questions. Asking questions is the simplest and most effective way of learning. It provides insight. It helps you better understand your customer and become better equipped to provide solutions to problems. It improves your selling opportunities. Next, the S stands for suggestively sell. When used as part of an overall positive customer experience, this can not only increase sales, but it can also increase customer satisfaction. By taking an active interest in your customer's order by listening to them and making relevant suggestions, you offer them a more engaging customer experience. This can increase their perception that they receive personalized attention and value. Finally, the second E in please stands for exceed all expectations. Exceeding expectations makes for a positive and memorable experience, which will allow you to stand out from your competition. This also creates loyal customers who are much easier to service. They may provide word-of-mouth advertising and marketing for your programs. This can put you and your cafe in good standing and can increase profitability. While every component of the please model is important, the L is the one that is most profound when it comes to resolving conflict. Listening to the other person's point of view allows you to effectively encourage by saying, I want to understand what happened. To clarify by saying, can you tell me more about the problem? To restate by saying, it sounds like you felt this way. To reflect by saying, I can imagine how upsetting that was. And to validate by saying, I really appreciate you sharing this. At this time, the instructor should prepare to pause the video for an activity and discussion. For this activity, you will divide into 4 groups. Each group will represent an imaginary school cafe team. Each team will receive 5 random letters of the alphabet. The goal is to develop an acronym using only the letters provided that describes your team. When developing the acronym, teams may want to consider the following. What qualities do you want to convey to your customers? What are your team's mission, purpose, and goals? What does your team stand for? Remember, there are no right or wrong answers. Just have fun and be creative. The instructor may now pause the video, distribute 5 letters to each group, and allow 5 to 10 minutes for the groups to develop acronyms. Once time is up, the instructor should ask one member from each group to share their team's acronym and the thought process behind the acronym's development. Press play when you're ready to proceed with the lesson. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed creating your acronyms. To reiterate what we just learned, teachers, parents, and school administrators are among your customers, but students are your primary customers. School food service staff play a critical role in influencing what students choose to eat each day. How staff serve the food and interact with students determines whether students buy school meals and what meal components they decide to take. Student-staff interactions greatly influence perceptions of the food and the environment. We want students to feel welcome, informed, respected, and safe. It's a team effort, from directors and managers to servers and cashiers. Along those lines, it's important to remember that everyone has a story. Consider what might be the cause of someone's mood, attitude, and disposition. What might be going on in a student's life to prompt his or her behavior? It's important to note that these things may have nothing to do with you or your cafe. Rather, students may be dealing with problems at home, school, or with peers. Whatever the root cause might be, how you react to your customer's mood or attitude can make all the difference. Your smile and your caring words might be the first or only forms of kindness a child experiences all day. It's important to remember things like diversity, culture, age, and peer group may influence the needs and wants of children as school nutrition customers. To maintain excellent customer service during difficult situations or interactions, we must first understand the nature of conflict and apply conflict resolution skills. Conflict is a normal, even healthy part of relationships. After all, people cannot be expected to agree on everything all the time. Conflict generally arises from differences and the need to feel safe, secure, respected, and valued. Some keys to handling conflict are: manage stress while remaining alert and calm. Control your emotions and behavior. Pay attention to the feelings being expressed, and be aware and respectful of differences. At this time, the instructor should prepare to pause the video to allow participants time to review the resources entitled Conflict Resolution Tools located in the participant workbook. The handout provides helpful insights and information related to conflict management that can be useful in the workplace. At this time, the instructor may pause the video. In addition to reviewing the Conflict Resolution Tools resource, feel free to take a short break. Press play when you're ready to proceed. Welcome back. As you have probably gathered from your review of the Conflict Resolution Tools resource, the key takeaway is that your program should be one that is customer focused, one that you are proud of, and not only stand behind, but also stand in front of. Now we get to have some fun with an activity called Dining with the Stars. Earlier, we learned some of the basic components of customer service with the Please model. Now let's put these components into action. Here's how the activity works. For those of you who have not watched the TV show Dancing with the Stars, the concept is simple. Pairs of contestants dance for a panel of judges who score the quality of their performance. The pairs with the highest scores move on to the next round and ultimately win the competition. In today's activity, Dining with the Stars, pairs will also compete, but not in dancing. The goal of this competition is to provide the highest level of customer service. The instructor has several scenarios that involve a customer and a customer service provider, such as a server or cashier. 3 of the scenarios take place in a restaurant setting, and 3 scenarios occur in a school cafe setting. Remember, your cafe is your restaurant. In a few minutes, the instructor will select 6 pairs of participants to act out scenarios involving customer service. Each pair will act out 1 scenario. 1 person will play the customer, and 1 will play the customer service provider. Additionally, the instructor will select 3 participants to serve as judges. Prior to each round, the person playing the customer will have 1 to 2 minutes to review the assigned scenario and accompanying prompts. Just prior to acting out the scenario for the judges, the team member playing the customer will read only the scenario, not the prompts, allowed to set the stage for the interaction. The person playing the customer service provider should not be allowed to review the scenario. As we all know, we do not have scripts for providing excellent customer service in the real world. Each round of the activity will include 1 pair acting out their assigned scenario. Judges will evaluate the level of customer service provided using a standard scoring sheet. After each round, judges will take a couple of minutes to tally their scores. During this time, the person playing the customer in the next round will receive their scenario and be able to prepare. Judges will not reveal their scores until all scenarios have been completed. Once all scenarios are completed and the judges have finished tallying the last scoring sheet, the instructor will read each scenario aloud and ask the judges to reveal their scores for that scenario. The scores from each judge can range from 0 to 10, with 1 point awarded for each customer service component provided. Once the scores are revealed, the audience may provide feedback by identifying examples of excellent customer service as well as areas for improvement. To give you an idea of what this activity should look like, Kelly and I are going to demonstrate a scenario for you. The scenario is, a student walks up to the cashier without a reimbursable meal. The student did not select a fruit or vegetable. I will play the part of the cashier, and Kelly will play the part of the student or customer. Hello there, Miss Kelly. How are you today?
Hi, Mr. Ron.
Good. I see you made some excellent choices today.
Thank you.
How about some lettuce and tomatoes to go on that delicious chicken sandwich you have?
No, I just like it plain.
How about some juicy red grapes?
Not really.
All right. You know what would really go well with that? Some salad. Have you checked out our salad bar?
No, not today.
You really should, because they have fresh fruit, veggies. They get some dressing to put on your salad.
Maybe.
I really think you should check it out, but guess what we have today?
What?
We have cuties.
Ooh.
Yeah. You like cuties?
I do like cuties.
Yes. You know they're filled with vitamin C, make you strong and healthy. Why don't you go pick you out a couple and I'll go ahead and enter your meal. How about that?
Thanks, Mr. Ron. You too.
Thank you. In this scenario, we tried to demonstrate excellent customer service. Here are some of the ways in which customer service was provided. The cashier encouraged the student to take the required fruit or vegetable by offering a variety of descriptive options and allowing the student to make their final decision. The cashier greeted the student with a smile and addressed the student by name. The cashier incorporated upselling by informing the student of the variety of options available each day on the salad bar. The cashier integrated nutrition education by highlighting the vitamin C in oranges. And finally, the cashier made the healthy choice the easy choice by offering fruit in an attractive display near the point of sale. Okay, now it's your turn. The instructor can pause the video and facilitate the activity. For your convenience, a summary of the activity instructions are listed on your screen. Detailed instructions can be found in the instructor guide. When you have completed the activity and are ready to proceed with the lesson, press play. Welcome back, everyone. As we near the end of this module, let's reflect upon what we learned today. At this time, the instructor should prepare to pause the video for a discussion. Take some time to consider the following questions. What did you learn about your role as a customer service provider? What did you learn about expectations and the role they play in customer service? What are some of the key components of conflict resolution? The instructor may now pause the video, allow participants time to consider the reflection questions, and then facilitate a discussion. Press play when you're ready to view the conclusion of this module. This concludes the Customer Service and Conflict Resolution module. We hope you enjoyed your experience today and were able to gain new ideas and tangible resources for your programs. Don't forget to check out the other videos included in the 2018 Summer Manager Workshop Series. Thanks for watching.